Live fitter and longer with the Fitzness Show, hosted by fitness expert, author, and TV personality Fitz Koehler. She'll tell you why diets are dumb, supplements are snake oil, and the truth about how you can earn a lean, hard, pain-free, and athletic body. Now for our favorite bossy blonde, Fitz Koehler.
Hi, team, and happy Monday. I think it's Monday. Maybe it's Tuesday. I think it's Monday. Anyways, hi. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I am extra excited about this broadcast today because, I think it's going to be very impactful and get you guys to make changes that you need. In fact, I've already broached this subject with my Howdy Body Fitness Challenge training group on Facebook, and they responded very, very well to the message. So this Fitzness Show episode is dedicated to breaking through your plateaus and reigniting the fire that gets you moving in the right direction again. And if you feel like you've been stuck, you achieved XYZ and now you're not going anywhere, we're going to get you going anywhere. I promise that. But before we do, commercial. So as many of you know, as a Floridian, I've often joked that 365 days a year, I smell like sunscreen and bug spray, and that makes a lot of sense here. But I also travel the country with sunscreen, not necessarily bug spray, because I'm really cognizant about skin damage and skin cancer, even worse. And while it's interesting, those of us who are really active, we decrease our chances of getting so many different types of cancers. But if we exercise outdoor, we dramatically increase our chances of getting skin cancers. And when surveyed, about 72% of all athletes said that they did not wear sunscreen while exercising outdoors. And I know many of you have been that. You get to a start line of a race at 6 a.m., you didn't put on any sunscreen, and then all of a sudden at 9 o'clock when the sun's boiling, you're burning at mile 15 or whatever. So it's something that needs to be addressed. And so this is one of my favorite products. Is MSESS Active, and this sunscreen was designed specifically for athletes. So it's sweat resistant, meaning it won't drip down and get in your eyes, and that burns a lot. So sweat resistance, it's waterproof for X amount, I think 80 hours. 80 hours, it's a totally new thing. But oil-free clear spray, this one smells like vanilla green tea. So again, I always smell like sunscreen. It's so much nicer to smell nice. So look at this. It's a clear, fine mist. And it's gone. Oh, and it actually smells good. This is the type of thing you would actually probably buy at Bath & Body Works because it smells so good. But this one is broad spectrum 30 UVA and UVB ray protection performance sunscreen. They've gotten the small travel size bottle so you can get on the plane with it with your carry-on. They've got a bigger version of that. They also have zinc. So this is the type of thing you put on your nose. Remember the surfers, they always just wore it and then they look like they had a weird white nose. It dries clear. So it smells so good. So anyways, go to MSESS Active. I'm going to put that in here for you all to see, MSESSactive.com, and get yourself a variety of MSESS products. It's my favorite sunscreen. And again, it's such a fine mist. You don't even know you're wearing it. It just disappears and goes on dry. And you should not only wear it while you're participating in sports outdoors, you should wear it in the morning. You get up, you spray your face, then you put on your makeup and you go. And not only will you not have to deal with skin cancer, hopefully, but you'll never have a wrinkle, ever, ever, ever. You'll never have a freckle. This is just fake lies I'm making up, but it's a good idea to protect your skin. Okay, so now we're going to get down to the nuts and bolts of this conversation. So as you guys log in, please feel free to say hello. Hi, Pam. It's good to see you guys. Reaching out. Jade's here, Jessica. But get involved in this conversation. And if you're guilty as charged, go ahead and claim it. But I had a good conversation on Saturday. And in fact, a great conversation with one of my guys, my hotties, and it's a man who has lost a enormous amount of weight, over 100 pounds, and just an incredible human. I mean, imagine losing over 100 pounds. He lost more than me. But as I've noticed over the past couple years, I haven't seen a lot of progress since he's gotten to that first point B. I mean, I lost over 100 and he's still athletic. He's still fit, but he still has some weight to lose, a good chunk of weight to lose. And I haven't seen him pushing the envelope to get there. Now, in all full disclosure, he used the exact formula for weight loss. So he watched what he put in his mouth. He did not do diets, pills, powder, shakes, supplements. There was no gimmick to his weight loss. He simply watched what he put in his mouth. And if go to fitzness.com right there on the cover page, if you scroll down, it's called The Exact Formula for Weight Loss. You can learn how this man lost the weight. But then he got stuck. And he didn't get stuck because the exact formula for weight loss wouldn't take him to the next level. He got stuck because he got comfortable. He got really excited about his accomplishment, which amen to that. But then he didn't get excited about the next accomplishment. He stagnated, and that's a very common story. I hear it all the time. I see people, they have 60 pounds to lose, they'll lose 30, and they'll go, wow, look at me, I lost 30 pounds, and I did a 5K, boom. I'm there. And then they sit in the back of their mind, they wish for that extra 30 pounds to come off, but maybe they don't have the same fire that they had when they were 60 pounds overweight. And so this is the deal. Your body will do exactly what you tell it to do. So I can't make you taller, right? We can't make you taller or shorter. We can't crush bones, but for the most part, you get to dictate your own weight. Your body will respond to the amount of food you put in it. And if you put less than you're burning, it will shrink. If you give it more food than you're burning, it will grow. If you pursue strength training with a vengeance, you will gain muscle. If you reach further on a regular basis, it will become more flexible. It is not rocket science. In fact, I often say that I have a master's degree right there in the most simple, stupid science in the world. It's move your body, watch what you put in your mouth. It's really not very complicated, but this is where it gets complicated. It's our decision making. So me and this wonderful man who's already lost over 100 pounds, and he came to me, he said, I feel like I'm never going to be able to go out without a shirt on. I'm never going to feel comfortable at the beach without a shirt or in the front yard mowing the lawn. And that's a legitimate wish for any man or even a woman, you know, sports bra or whatever, you do you. But those are reasonable expectations. And, you know, I don't know if he got exactly the response he was hoping for, but what I said is, you have not been doing the work to take yourself to the next level. You have been riding on your laurels, your incredible laurels, to get you where you are, but you haven't worked to get to the next place. And so are you in that boat? Are you one of those people like, oh, well, this is pretty good. I'm better than I was. And I wish I was at the next point, but here I am. You know, I remember, so I used to be 45 pounds heavier than I am today. And I really wanted to lose weight. I was already teaching fitness. I just had terrible eating habits, and I hadn't learned all that I know now about the process of losing weight and how important nutrition plays a part. But I remember thinking that my body had a set weight. I mean, someone told me that your body is a set weight. It wants to be 155 or whatever it was at the time. And I thought, oh, okay. So no matter what I do, my body's just going to be this way. BS. That is the biggest crock of you know what ever. That is such a lie. In fact, I was listening to the talk show host, Dr. Laura. You ever listen to Dr. Laura? She's got a big mouth on her too. I think some of the things she says are right on and some of them not so good. Anywho, listening to this woman, and a caller calls in and says, hey, blah, 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 I gotta lose weight. And then she didn't stay in her lane. You know, I don't give out psychological advice, but she got in my lane and she said, oh, well, there's a thing called a set weight and you may just be stuck. And I wanted to reach through my Sirius XM radio and go, boom, don't tell people that. You were screwing with so many people, thousands of listeners she has. I mean, this is a woman with a very large platform, and there she is ignorantly telling people that they have a set weight. And you know what? I never talk about your swimsuit body, right? You never look on my page, Fitzness, and it's like, get in your bikini body. I don't care what you look like in a swimsuit. And that's always served me well. It is not my job to worry about the way you look in a swimsuit. That's your job. You choose it. I choose you as a person because I like you. I care about you. I think you're smart and interesting. And whether you're really big or really small, I still will have the same experience with you. It's your job, the way your body looks in a swimsuit. That's your concern. But we don't talk about that stuff in a set weight. So you may never feel your best in that swimsuit, but if you don't change your weight, then your heart is never going to get the reprieve from doing the extra work to deal with that extra weight. Your spinal column is never going to get the reprieve from you not getting rid of the extra weight. Your joints, your hips, your knees, I could go on and on, but carrying around extra weight isn't just about the way you look in a swimsuit. In fact, that's like the least important thing. Carrying around all that extra weight causes so much extra burden on your body. It's like driving a car going across the country while dragging an RV. Man, that is way harder than your car than driving across the country without dragging the RV. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you're putting extra miles on your tires, on your heart, on your joints, on your spine. There's so much extra work that has to be done. If you are lugging around an extra 20 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, you name it, that weight is a real problem. And not only is it just the load on your body, my runners will enjoy this. They say that every step a runner takes, 3 times your body weight crashes down on each foot. So as you spring up and you boom, land. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's a 450-pound impact on the asphalt. If you weigh 200, it's 600 pounds. And we can do the math from there, right? That's an alarming number. Now, mind you, that impact is also really good for your bones and it builds bone density. And of course, running has all these other benefits, but to an extent, right? If you do this thing you do called running or jumping or anything, and you have a 50-pound backpack on your back, things are going to go awry. So it's your ideal weight matters. Now, having said that, hopefully we all agree. Put your hand up. Say, yeah, I agree with this. You can use those comments. But so it's important, and I want you to get there. Now, again, it doesn't matter what I want, right? It doesn't matter what I want. You're your own person. You're a grown-up, probably. You take care of you. But I imagine there's a bunch of you out there who aren't satisfied. You've settled, but being settled is very different than being satisfied. And so it's not only the way your body performs, the way your body ages, the way your body feels, but on occasion, it's okay to talk about the way our body looks. It's okay. It's okay. It's taboo. People are like, I'm going to cancel Fitz Koehler because she talked about how we look in a swimsuit. All right, cancel me. I don't care. The truth is what the truth is. And so can you start reaching towards higher goals? Your goal may be to run a further race. Your goal may be to finally school your son on the basketball court. Your goal may be to have some definition in your abdominal muscles. All right, let's do that. Let's go there. Let's stop settling. And so when you lose weight, if you do it wisely, if you actually change your eating habits, like I teach with the exact formula for weight loss, you go from usually pretty bad habits to much better habits. And that'll get you half of the way. You get 50% there because you've improved dramatically from where you were. If you're doing things the wise way, hopefully by the time that you're at the midway point, you're a lot more comfortable with these much improved eating habits, right? It's not a big shock, and nobody's told you don't ever eat anything white again or don't have any sugar ever again. I've said, let's start modifying your caloric budget and choose high quality foods. And if you eat wisely, if you fill your caloric budget with healthy calories, yummy, nutritious stuff, you will get a lot more than you were getting before. So anyways, hopefully you're comfortable where you are. You've adopted these new habits. They're far improved from what they were. Now, can they be better? Can you push the envelope? Can you have a salad instead of a sandwich? Can you look for lean beef instead of give me the name of a high fatty beef, a hamburger. I don't know. There's a lot of things. I'm out of the meat industry right now, so it's been a while. But yeah, can you make modifications? Yeah, you can. You can start pushing the envelope, and you got to want to, number one. This whole I'm settled, I'm fine. Okay, fine. Be that, but you'll pay the consequences eventually if your version of fine is pretty off the mark as far as your ideal weight goes. But in order to achieve the next step, so this is the conversation I had with Mr. Wonderful, who has lost 100+ pounds, who says, hey, I'm just not achieving anymore. And it's like, okay, well, it's because you're not doing what it takes to get to the next step. You've settled. And good for you, you're in a much better place. But if you want to be the guy mowing his lawn with no shirt on, feeling fabulous, you're going to have to bust it again. You're going to have to reduce your caloric budget. You're going to have to bring things down. You're eating enough to maintain your weight. So you got to start, trimming the fat, right? Going through your nutrition with a fine-tooth comb, making better choices. I always say, if you want to look like an athlete, you have to behave like an athlete. We don't see athletes out at, McDonald's in the morning and the pizza place in the afternoon. Athletes are probably being a little more discretionary with the foods they choose. They're probably getting produce, right? I mean, for me, this is my weirdo thing I showed my crew the other day, but in the armrest of my Wrangler, there's always a bag of shelled pistachios. So I'm like a normal person. I get hungry on the way out, right? Or while I'm out, I'm hungry. So yes, I passed McDonald's. Could I go in and get some delicious French fries? I could do that. But instead, I lift up the armrest and there's my pistachios. And here's the other genius thing is I get the shelled pistachios. So what I can't do is grab a bunch of nuts and go, I can't just toss 40 in my face at a time. Instead, I take one pistachio at a time. I break it open, eat the thing. And so what that allows is for my body to become aware that it's satisfied. Before I've just gone, overdo it. We do it with nuts. We do it with M&Ms. You get the fistful of food that you've thrown in your face. I know you do it. I've been guilty of it as well. Nuts in general, very, very big on nutrition. High protein, high quality fats, high calories, right? So if you're going to grab 40 pistachios and throw them in your face, you verge on doing more harm than good sometimes, right? So I moderate that behavior by keeping the shells on when I purchase them. That's my tip number one. The other thing I do is that in my bag, I keep at all time 3-4 tangerines. I can peel and eat and go. It's just easy peasy. I keep an apple in there. I throw bananas in my bag. Am I a weirdo? Yes. Am I okay with being this kind of weirdo? Abso-freaking-lutely. I'm also the kind of weirdo who's debt-free. I'm okay with being that kind of weirdo. I don't want to keep up with the Joneses. I don't want to keep up with the Joneses who, grab French toast sticks and a soda and a fancy coffee with all the milk and the cream and the sugar and the syrup and the whipped cream. I don't want to be that girl. I see a lot of my girlfriends out there with the whipped cream, good for them. And I just think, no, no, I don't want to be that. I don't want to keep up with these types of Joneses who indulge in anything and everything. And here's the other thing. I got all these things combined today. Today, I have a lot of things to share. It's interesting to me where people make a new commitment. And I love it. I want you to be the person to look in the mirror today and say, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be? Can you do better? What's our goal? Not just a little goal, make a little goal, but then make a big goal. We call those a BHAG, a big, hairy, audacious goal. Pick a small one. I want to do a 5K next month. And then then pick a big one. I want to lose 75 pounds by Christmas. There's a difference, right? Small and large. So I want you to make those decisions. And I see a lot of people, okay, today's the day, turning over a new leaf. I am focusing on my fitness and I'm going to drop 75 pounds or I'm going to do XYZ. And then the very next day, the same exact person is posting on social media, oh my gosh, look at these donuts I just got. Oh, cheers, I'm at the party having beers. Really? Really? That's your show of commitment? Are you kidding me? That is your show of commitment. You actually get out in public and tell people, I am fully committed to fitness and weight loss and training for my triathlon. And then you're out there like, look at these are the cutest donuts. I'm at Disney World. I've got a cupcake that's 4 stories high. Really? This is your commitment. You can't have both. So you can have your cupcakes. You can eat the cupcakes. You can be that person. But you can't be the person fully committed to fitness and weight loss. Not everyone wants to lose weight. Improving your health and fitness, and then be the beer and donut guy the next day. You can't do those things. So I want you to evaluate what the hell's going on in your life. What do you really want? It's hard to know where you're going if you don't know where you want to end up, right? It's hard to know how to get there unless you know where you want to be. It's very important to me to always be super healthy and super fit. And I took a little pause on that when I wasn't super healthy, but it was always a priority. I was always doing whatever I can. When I was overweight, and my high school friends might remember that, I was 40 something extra pounds. And Sean Patrick, I am knocking the Disney treats. They are very beautiful, but oh my gosh, they are not going to get you to your goals. But yeah, I remember my body was just too big, and I'm gonna do an episode and tell you all the gore details about me being overweight. But there's just too much of me. My face was bigger, my chest was bigger, my arms, my waist, my hips, my thighs, everything was bigger, and I was constantly, I just displeased, unhappy. Always looking at my body parts, thinking, I wish they were different. I wish they were stronger or leaner or whatever. And so finally I figured it out. I made that decision for myself. There likely is nothing in the world that's holding you back from your end game. There's likely nothing standing between you and that goal other than yourself. And so Mr. Wonderful and I are having the conversation. And he says, well, blah, blah, blah. It's been work and blah. Okay. Well, here's the reality is if you want to achieve success, you're going to have to watch what you put in your mouth. You're going to have to move your body in a particular way. And even if your family just poof, evaporates, that's what you got to do. If your entire town burns down, you got to do it, right? You don't have valid excuses to eat all the donuts and drink all the beer. I mean, if that's who you want to be, that's fine. But if you have a specific goal and you're sitting here wondering, I'm not getting there, yet on Friday night, you're out at the sports bar drinking and eating. You're just like, well, it's Friday night. Well, your body doesn't care. If it's Friday night, your body could give a rat's you know what. If it's Friday night, your body doesn't care if you're on your period. They don't care if it's your birthday. They don't care if you had a breakup. Your body will respond to the things you put in and the way you move it. So if you would like to lose weight, you have to stay the course no matter what. You have to stay the course. At Christmas time, on Hanukkah, at Eid, whatever, you got to stay the course. You have to say no thank you. If all of your friends are eating lots of junk and drinking lots of junk, it's your job to say no thank you. You're responsible for you. There are 0 people on planet Earth responsible for putting food into your mouth. And if you have another person putting food into your mouth, call the cops. That's weird, okay? Because no one's coming over here and jacking my jaw open and shoving things into my face. I don't want in there. You are responsible for you, and you can't blame everybody else. It's her fault and his fault and my job and my boss is such a jerk. Who cares if your boss is such a jerk? Go work harder. That's what you do. You work harder. You become better so you don't have to deal with that boss anymore. You put yourself in a better position to get out of that boss's way. And here's the other thing. I have another friend in the hospital having surgery who's been in the hospital for a few weeks. Who hasn't been taking great care of himself. And I love this person desperately. And he's a single parent. And so there he's in the hospital because he hasn't been taking great care of himself. So I went to visit this lovely man who is one of my dearest friends. And I said, your kids need you. You can't screw around like this anymore. And in his view, he was not exercising and not eating healthy because he was taking care of his kids. That is a very common excuse I hear. Are you kidding me? I can't eat healthy because I have kids. I can't exercise because I have kids. Baloney. You have to exercise. You have to eat right because you have kids. Do you have kids and you just want to see them off till middle school and then drop dead? Okay, go for it. Eat whatever the hell you want. Don't exercise. Do some drugs while you're at it. Smoke some cigarettes. That's a good way to drop dead while your kids are in middle school. But if you actually want to be there for your children, if you want to parent them from here to next year to 10 years to 20, you want to see those kids go to high school graduation, college graduation, get married, join the military, have a baby, all those things, you can't blame everybody else on the planet for your lack of fitness. You can't blame everybody else because you have a spare tire. You're generously carrying around a spare tire because you have kids. Baloney. That is on you. You and your spare tire need to look in the mirror and have that come to Jesus conversation with yourself. And you say, you did this to me. You right there, you're responsible for this. You're responsible for my back pain and my tight hamstrings and the spare tire. You did this and you figure a way to get out. And so that's why I'm here. You don't have to figure anything out. I can teach you how to do it. I have all these free resources and I want you to use them. It's fitzness.com right there. So go to fitzness.com. Right on the cover, it's exact formula for weight loss. It's free. I want none of your money. I mean, if you work for a corporation and you need a speaker, I want their money, so y'all can hire me for that. But when it comes to the individual, I don't want to have a barrier between me and my information and your success. So I give all that for free. So just go to fitzness.com, read the exact formula for weight loss. There's workout videos on the cover page. Boop, click there, and I will teach you how to exercise. It's not so complicated, but you are the one who's responsible for you, not your spouse, not your parent, not your child. It is you. You are responsible for doing your absolute best so you can be there not only for your quality life. You only get one. Your life matters. That's right. I'm going to say it. No matter what your children are doing, you are responsible for taking care of your own happiness, your own health, your own success. That onus is on you. And there is no award for the obese parent who said, well, I did it for my kids. I suffered through obesity for my kids. Well, that's just foolish. That's absolutely ignorant. And it does not fly here. In fact, it does not fly anywhere other than the morgue. It's not cute. Don't wear it. Don't make that excuse. So where are we going? We're breaking through this plateau. I know many of you have accomplished extraordinary things, and that's why I know you. Right? I know you because I've seen you at these incredible events, or I've met you at the fitness facility, or we've done some sort of business together. I say business, meaning me bossing you around, helping you get fit, cheering you on with your accomplishments. So I know so many of you are very accomplished. What's next? This is where we have to go. We have to go to the next thing. What is it for you? And I wait. What's the next thing for you? I know what my next thing is. Still working damn hard to get really, really strong again. I got a couple of pounds to put back on. I have a triathlon coming up. You know, I'm not a person who's trying to lose weight. Fine, but am I trying to get way better? You bet your booty I am. Am I working on flexibility? Absolutely. There are things that I can and do better with, and I will. I'm working on them. So what is next for you? Are you okay going through the rest of your life with some extra padding? It's your decision. It's not mine. It's okay with me if you have extra padding, if you feel good about it. But maybe you would like to get rid of the extra padding. We can do that. You know, it's a fine-tooth comb, right? The last 5 pounds are the hardest to lose. The bigger you are, if you have 50 pounds to lose, okay, the first 10 are pretty easy, 15, not so bad. When you get down to the last few, it's a little harder. So you got to show me what you're worth, right? You have to put in the extra time, the extra effort. You have to say no thank you more often when someone's offering you alcohol, extra desserts, savory foods like fettuccine Alfredo. You got to say no thank you. You got to choose produce more often. You got to choose water more often. You got to choose movement more often. It's not complicated. We got a nice working on getting stronger. I love that. I love that. Strength is actually, strength training is the fountain of youth. If you would like to lose weight, not only number one thing you have to do is watch what you put in your mouth. That exact formula for weight loss will work for you. Guaranteed, no doubt. And it's not temporary. If you utilize the exact formula for weight loss and you continue to do so, you will never gain the weight back, which is wonderful. But yeah, you got to keep moving. You got to make choices that work for you. Okay. Oh, strength. We're going with strength as a fountain of youth. Yeah, strength training will not only boost your metabolism, so you will burn calories far faster, you will lose weight far faster if you are stronger, but also it builds nice curvy muscles. Muscles provide a beautiful shape on men, on women, on anyone. Muscles are attractive too, so they will prevent you from being injured, and they will help you burn calories, and they will look really good. So yeah, strength training. I love it. Pam is always very committed. I actually see Pam on social media doing her workouts on video, and that makes me very happy. Excellent, Jade. And you know I have tons of resources for you. Pam says, I want strong bones as I'm going through a lecture. Yeah, well, you know what? There's always a good reason to work on strong bones, right? So children are building up bone density with their vitamin D and their calcium. And then as they jump and play, as kids do, they're building stronger bones. And, you know, women, we have all these reasons. We've got periods and menopause. And yeah, we need strong bones. And women are certainly prone to osteoporosis, but so are men. You know, we lose a lot of dads, we lose a lot of grandpas to falls. And one of the most tragic and common reasons for premature elder death is a fall, right? They fall, they break their hip, and then everything goes wrong in the hospital. And now Uncle Jerry, we miss him so much because he fell down. He didn't have to die. If he would have worked on his strength, if he would have worked on his balance, Uncle Jerry may still be around. So what else are you guys trying to work on? What's next? You're going to set a small goal. I want to do this week. I want to do this next month. Those are small goals. By the end of this year, I want to blank. What is your blank? And then one of the things I think about is we don't talk about aesthetics a lot. Again, I always say it's not my job to worry about what you look like in a swimsuit. But you know what? It's nice to look nice. It's nice to feel good. And it's okay to be driven by vanity. I'm totally okay with that. I'm a vain person. I work really hard, and I've got a bunch of cute new swimsuits now, and I put them on. I think, ooh, I look good again, right? When I lost all the weight and I put on a swimsuit, I thought, oh no, this isn't really a good version of me. But now I feel better. I have some curves back. I like that. That makes me feel happy. Am I obsessed with my appearance? Absolutely not. Do I like to feel good the way I like to look? Absolutely. Do you look like what you want to look like? Right? Again, I can't make you taller or shorter, but you have a heck of a lot of control over you. So if you want to break through the plateau, you have to make these decisions. You have to decide you are going to move forward. You are no longer willing to spend another day exactly where you are in the body that you have. You are hell-bent on making change, and you know what that change will be. Katie Stefaniak, and Jason, they've accomplished so much. They've lost a ton of weight. They've done all sorts of races, and they have more to do. So I like that. And they're training for this big triathlon, which is magnificent, and their body is responding to it. Their bodies, they're trimming down, and they're PRing at 5Ks, and they're really getting ready. So that's a BHAG right there. That's a BHAG, their goal. What are the rest of your goals? You're going to gain weight? You're going to lose weight? You're going to get stronger? Oh, I love this. A mystery Facebook user. End of year, I want to lose weight so that I can be lighter when running the marathon. Thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, mystery person. You are welcome. Yeah, we have to make these choices for ourselves sometimes. Sometimes it's important to be shake, rattled, and rolled. And yeah, I love to be your cheerleader. I love to be able to say, you did great. I'm so proud of you. And I genuinely mean that. But don't leave efforts out on the table, right? Don't leave accomplishments out where you could have taken advantage of them. Hello, Mimi. So good to see you. Mimi is one of my favorite California runners. She's and she travels all over the world to run. So yeah, you're dropping a few pounds. I would love to know about which marathon you're running. Is it LA? And then Pam says, for me, it's being an example for my kids. That's right. And shocking to me, how many people use their kids as an excuse for being out of shape and overweight. Well, I cannot exercise. I have kids. I just think you're lost. You're so confused. And then there's also that thing about being a role model. What do you want your kids to look and say? Okay, mom's obese. I got to be obese. This is who I'm going to be. This is who we are. There's so many people who say, well, this is what our family is. Our family, it's genetically, we're big. No, culturally, your habits suck. You guys eat terribly and nobody exercises. This is why your family is obese. It's not genetic. It's not genetic. It's constant consumption of soda and fatty, buttery, greasy, sugary foods. That's it. It's reckless behavior. That's why your whole family is out of shape. And I'm not directing this at anybody, by the way. It's kind of an everybody thing. And so if you're part of that family, the obese family, change your family tree. You be number one. You be number one on the list of Smiths or Johnsons or whoever you are. You be that first person. You know how they say, well, I'm the first person to go to college. Okay, well, I'm going to be the first person in my family to be super fit. I'm going to be that guy. Why aren't we celebrating that? The one guy in our whole family. And you know what will happen? Is if you become the one guy in the obese family that's fit, everybody else will talk you down and be like, who does he think he is? He thinks he's better than us. He's fit. And he, I mean, come on. I see envy, I see jealousy, I see ugly behavior because of it all the time. And it's amazing to me how many of my people who've, my Fitzness followers who've achieved extraordinary things, their families give them a hard time, not when they're overweight. No one says, hey, you're 300 pounds overweight, I'm really worried about you, or you're 50 pounds over, I'm worried about your heart. All of a sudden they're saying, oh my God, you're so thin, I'm worried about you. Really? Really? Now you're worried. It just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Jessica, strength training is what I've been missing. You don't strength train? Oh my gosh, Jessica, this is mind blowing for me. I was making the blanket assumption that you were crushing it with weights. Okay, well, moving forward, Jessica, I think you know what to do. Holy schmoly. And by the way, look at her little icon, her profile pic, that pirate costume at Gasparilla. Gorgeous, so fun. All right, we've got Boston Marathon through, oh, Mimi, okay. Mimi's running the Boston Marathon as a charity runner. Just heard that New York City Marathon might be opening up. Oh, I won't be in LA this year because OC and LA are on the same day. Rudy and I had to split up. He's doing LA and I'm doing OC. So I will be sad and happy and he will be sad and happy. It's very weird. But if you go to LA, I know Rudy will take great care of you. You could pop into OC the day prior for the 5K. Okay, we've got other mystery user. I don't think is that you, Mimi? I work out so hard and enough with not doing everything I can to be a better me. Today is a new day and time not. Yes. Bravo. Bravo. And you know what? I know that I sound a little aggressive. Yeah, I'm a little passionate about this. I'm a hell of a lot. I'm incredibly passionate about this because I care so much. I love you guys so much. And there is no finish line, which is a good thing. It means you don't have to stop. You can keep making exciting gains, exciting progress, exciting reasons to celebrate your personal victories. This is big time quality of life changes. And yeah, don't ever settle. We're no longer settling. You are not a bunch of settlers. If you are on board the Fitzness train, you will not settle. Even if you get all the way there, if you get your BHAG this year, in January, I'm going to ask you to up the ante again. All right, Jessica says she's done a little bit. Oh, 4 days a week. Great. That makes me happy. 4 days is fantastic. And when you left, challenge yourself. Don't be dangerous. Just make sure it's hard. If you're grunting, cursing a little bit, you know you're doing the right thing. Sean. Oh, yeah, mystery. I don't know either, but thank you for identifying yourself. That really... it also adds excitement and wonder, and perhaps maybe I feel like I've got a little secret admirer or something. But yeah, what are your goals moving forward? It's a good chance to out yourself. Short-term, smaller goal, long-term BHAG. What are your goals? I'll wait. And what's really nice is I can see, so I know I know, many of you are watching on Facebook and a variety of groups. And then we're broadcasting to YouTube and LinkedIn and Twitter. And so you can't see all the people that are in watching, but there's a heck of a lot of people watching, and it's very consistent. So I feel like I'm striking a nerve. You don't have to settle. So I'm going to go back to Mr. Wonderful, who I was speaking about, and Mr. Wonderful, who feels like he might never be able to mow the lawn without a shirt on. So we had this conversation, and I was, we call it brutally honest. I don't know if it's brutal, it's just honest. But I said, you're responsible for this mess, this lack of progress, and you make too many excuses. You got to stop being an emotional guy when it comes to your fitness. You got to just get to work. And he said, thank you so much. And then he was really excited to make progress. And this is the gift with Mr. Wonderful, is when he commits to doing something, he does it, and the results are freaking extraordinary. So good, so good. And you know, it boggles my mind how many people wait. You know, we really only get one life, as we know, and life is short, and we truly are never going to be as young as we are right this very second. And so why allow your youth, whatever that means to you, wherever you are right now, your youth, why waste it? You know, why not be able to go to the beach and disrobe and frolic hitting the ball or whatever, if that's a priority for you? Why not be able to go zip lining or running or hiking or doing things that fit people do? Why settle? Why settle? And you know, it's interesting. People are like, well, I got a bum knee. Okay, I know lots of people crushing it with 0 legs. They have no legs at all. I'm sorry, your knee hurts. Is that changing the way you eat? Your knee hurts? Your knee hurts is preventing you from eating fruit? Okay, liar. That's just not how it works. So you got to really dig deep and find out which of your excuses actually are relevant. And so far, I haven't heard almost any relevant excuses. Out of the Mount Everest style mountain of excuses I've heard in my career, there's like five excuses that I think are valid. But yeah, the eating habits, even if you're in a body cast at the hospital, if you stick with the exact formula for weight loss, you will lose weight. In fact, a lot of people lose weight in the hospital. Maybe it's because their food is so bad. Maybe that's it. You just have to start buying bad food. Let's see. Okay, well, this is a cute response. Jade says she takes her rabbit outside in the backyard for a walk, and it helps her lose weight because she's always being active. Well, that's really cute, Jade. I like that. Jessica's goals, sub 35K and another triathlon. Okay, so I have no doubt you can achieve that for sure. Didn't you do 32 in Gasparilla? I feel like you told me you PR'd in Gasparilla. So follow up. Mimi says short-term goals, adding another day of strength training since she's doing 2 days, and to decrease the sweets. I like both of those goals. And here's the deal. If you do your total body in one workout, so, you know, sometimes people go in and they'll do just upper body muscles on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then lower body Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Great. That's a great formula too. But if you're going to do 3 days a week, every other day, try and target your whole body. So don't try, do target your whole body. I highly recommend doing exercises that hit a bunch of birds with one stone, or kill a bunch of birds with one stone. So burpees, for example, they work your lower body and your upper body. You can do the big X. You can do, angry ups. There's a whole bunch of exercises you can do where if you're using your lower body and your upper body at the same time, you're being a lot more time efficient, and you're working all sorts of muscles. And I think that's really good choice. And then, we just removed that. Okay. I don't want to beat this to death. And I appreciate you guys being a part of this conversation. I want to see progress. I know. What is your obligation to me? Your obligation is none, but my obligation to you is to tell you that I expect to see progress. So please, right here, where am I? Right here at Fitzness. Okay, shoot. It's a mirror, so I have to figure it out. Go there and interact with me and tell me, Fitz, I have done it. I have worked out 3 days, or I have strength trained 3 days a week for the past 2 months. Yay me. Or Fitz, I've lost 17 pounds, or whatever it is. You brag to me, because now we're in this relationship, and that's part of the deal here, is when you come to me for fitness advice and I give it, if you use it and you find success, I deserve to know about it. I'm just declaring that to be the way the world should work. I love you guys so much, truly care about you. And it's a real privilege to be able to be the one to poke you in the chest and steer you straight. Reminder, Kinesis Active. Kinesis smells so good, and it actually works, and it doesn't get in your eyes and make you cranky, and it's a great daily wear sunscreen, not only for sports, but the sun is apparently always up there. It's not pitch black when you walk out your door. You should be wearing sunscreen. So I'm about to head out. If you haven't done so, like this, share this video on your page. Go to my Fitzness page on Facebook or YouTube. Go to that video, share it once I hit end, and spread the word that settling sucks and it's more awesome to be an achiever. And yeah, follow, share. I'll be back soon tomorrow. I have another great show. Get to work, team. Love you all. Bye. I dance out of my show now. This is what